Keep it going for Jessica, everybody. I mean, James. All right. We got a few more comedians in this competition. Anybody y'all want to see tonight? Anybody came to see? Ricky? Ricky's coming up next. Let's give it to him, Ricky Jackson, everybody.
It's always great to perform in this humorous comedy club called the Funny Bone. I have a unique look. And with this look, I get a lot of different questions. One thing people will ask me is, are you from here? What do you mean, am I from here? Are you from America? Yeah, I'm born and raised in Virginia. I like this look because if we all get stranded on a deserted island, they're gonna put you guys in a wooden cage. They might not put me in a wooden cage. Something else I get asked is that your real hair? Did you really grow all that hair out? No, I'm trying to bring back Milli Vanilli. There's other questions about the hair too, like, how do you go to the bathroom with all that hair? Well, I pee like this, and I poop like this. That way you keep it clean. With this look, you always gotta be careful too when you go to different places. You gotta make sure you keep up with the laws, right? But I don't just keep up with the regular laws. I make sure I keep up with those weird laws. For instance, when you go to New York, it's legal to walk around topless. Any of y'all know that? No? Yeah. And if somebody flirts with you, they can have to pay a $25 fine. Did you know that? No? Doesn't make much sense to me. If you're walking with your topless wife in Central Park, $25 is gonna keep some creep from trying to flirt with her. Am I correct? Then in Florida, if you steal a horse from Florida, technically in the law, you can be hung. That's why I know better to even look at a horse when I go to Florida. And there's a good old state of Virginia, where sex before marriage is illegal. Somebody's got some profile pages in the mugshots right now, that's why I got all quiet. And also in Virginia, there's driving laws, like, you have to wear your shoes when you're driving. That's an easy one. But then there's another one, when you're passing somebody, you're supposed to put your turn signal on and then honk the horn also. Can you imagine doing that to a police officer? You go pass by him, put your blanket on, next thing you know, you hear, whoop whoop. Excuse me, sir, why'd you honk your horn at me? Well, officer, it's the law, see? Officer, like, yeah, guess you're right. Have a good day. But what he's really thinking in his head is, you law-abiding bastard. You'll make me late for my Tinder date. And he wasn't even wearing any shoes. I've been at Yard Tech for about 20 years now. With all that clapping, I see nobody's gonna get their gown tied in the back when they come in there, all right? But when you come to the emergency room, there's a few things that kind of tick me off a little bit. Like number one, if you're coming in for an STD check, don't try to flirt with me and give me your phone number. Another one, you're coming in for abdominal pain and nausea, finish your Chick-fil-A in the car before you check in at the triage desk, all right? And then there's the thing about the service dogs. People bringing service dogs into the hospital. I'm fine with service dogs, but when you're bringing a guard dog in and putting a service dog vest on it, it's not cool. But when I'm saying guard dog, I'm not talking about the German Shepherds and the Rottweilers. I'm talking about the Chihuahuas and the Weewawas that they bring in there. What if I were to tell you I saw somebody put a plastic grocery bag on the dog, scotch tape, some magazine letters that say service dog, and try to make that pass? Look like they have little Wheatley being held for hostage and want some ransom for them. So, well, somebody like that, you know, they can use a little bit of mental help, trying to get away with something like that, right? But we all have some mental health needs, some help moments, correct? We all a little bit crazy, we got a little something going on with us. My mom used to think that I was bipolar, and I knew I wasn't. And as I got older, I got a little bit more more in touch with my astrology. And I thought about it, and I'm not bipolar. I'm just a Gemini. What the Gemini is at? There we go. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's kind of hard to date when you're a Gemini sometimes too. Like, you know, you have the sweet times and you got the time to get a little rough. Like, you know, get with the lady and, oh, baby, let's make some sweet love. And after that, you're gonna get your wild man. And then, you know, sometimes you play with a little, go spice it up a little bit, go get some toys or whatever. Yeah, we go to Priscilla's, go get some toys, that's cool. Then I'm gonna tie you up with my hair and spank you with it. But we all exhaust ourselves, right? We all, too. Somebody was talking about that a little bit earlier. Yeah, baby, it's fine. Break wind. Unless you're wearing a pad and you make a panty Dutch oven. I don't want to get Millie Vanilli up here, so that's my time, y'all. I'm Ricky Jackson. Follow me on Facebook. Check out the Real Dark Stories.
Keep it going with Ricky Jackson. Let's go, y'all. Let's see, Richmond is very diverse. That's what I love. We got this nice white couple came here to see Ricky Jackson. She waved her hand when she was said she was single earlier. I don't know, I'm not. Y'all think he won? You think he won? You think he no comprende? What the hell you want? Si, senor. All right, guys, we got one last comic before